Hey, hello and welcome to BJ Vlogs. Thank you so much for being part of us. Thank you so much for everything that you have been doing. Those who are checking up on me, thank you so much. I really appreciate. And thank you that when we post videos, you're able to check it out for us and everything. We don't take it lightly at all. And I'm very, very grateful. So in this video, I'm just going to go straight to the point. In the other video, when I uploaded about Belt and Road and Silk Road, a lot of people reached out and were like, ABJ, we want to know which universities are part of the Belt and Silk Road scholarship. Yes. So in this video, I'm going to mention about 10 of the universities. What you have to do is to do due diligence to them, and you have to go and check their requirements. But just as like I've mentioned, the requirements will not be so much different from the previous scholarship requirements that we all know, especially the ones that when you're applying for Chinese government scholarship, like those when you're applying for Chinese government scholarship, the normal requirements. I think I mentioned them in the other video. Maybe I'll mention them after I have mentioned these ones. So after that, maybe just some few schools, like some of the schools that I know particular information about, I'll just give them to you and that's one. So the very first university I'm talking about in this university is Hohai University. Hohai, that is HAI, Hohai University. Yes, they have either the Belt and Road or the Silk Road Scholarship. So please, you can check. And even in that school, they recommend students also for MOFCOM scholarship. So you can check that particular university. It's in Nanjing. And also we have the John Nan University of Economics and Law. So you know John, ABJ, if you have followed me for long, ABJ and John Nan, it's like 5 and 6 because ABJ graduated the masters from John Nan University. I went further to do my PhD in John Nan University. So for John Nan University, it's here. It's in my heart. All right. So John Nan University, and then we are talking about Nanjing University. Nanjing University. Nanjing University also has the scholarship, which is going to be enrolled out very, very soon. Then we have Xianjiaotong University. Xianjiaotong University. They also have this scholarship that we are talking about. Xianjiaotong University also has this particular scholarship. And we are talking about Central South University. Central South University. This university is in Changsha. Central South University. It's in Changsha. And we are looking at Beijing Language Cultural University. Beijing Language Cultural University, BLUC, Beijing Language Cultural University. That university also has this particular program. Then we are looking at China University of Petroleum. China University of Petroleum, Beijing. They have several of these schools, or two, I think two of these schools in China. So we're looking at Central South University, Beijing, the one in Beijing. Yes, Central South University, the one in Beijing. Then we have Beihang University, it's in Beijing. So I've mentioned 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, unfortunately, I couldn't get to 10, but I've mentioned, but the last one will be Wuhan University. Wuhan University. Now, what we have to understand all about all these universities give this kind of scholarship. Okay, there are several universities, but I've just limited myself to the ones that I usually know. But I want to give you some specifics about some of the universities, and I'll add the document required, and then we are done. So when you look at Ohio University like this, Ohio University, I'm not so sure that they pay application fee, but I know you are requested to look for a supervisor before a professor before you can apply. So for Ohio, I know you have to look for a professor. Then when you look at Beihang University, you are also required to look for a professor. Now, when you apply to Beihang University from the beginning, they're not going to ask you to look for a professor. They will just say that, okay, if you have not gotten a professor, it's fine, you can apply. That's what they would always say. Instead of if you can apply, but the moment you apply, later on they'll come and ask you that, kindly give us a professor, kindly look out for a professor. Yes, they'll be sending you several of these messages. They'll give you the list and say that send your CVs to these professors. So if no one accepts you, then it means that your application is null and void. But they pay application fee for Beihang University. You want to look at China University of Petroleum. China University of Petroleum. To the best of my knowledge, professor is not compulsory. Looking for a professor is not compulsory. However, you are requested to pay an application fee of 400 yuan. 400 yuan for what do you call it? China University of Petroleum. Yes. Then when we come to school like Xi'an Jiaotong University, it's also a very top university. And in that university, you are required to pay an application fee. You are required to look for a professor. Application fee and professor. So for Xi'an Jiaotong University, you're required to do both. So please, if you're applying to that university, and Central South University, another top university, I know you're going to pay application fee of 500 RMB and you're supposed to look for a professor. So please, if you want to apply, just look sharp. Then a school like Nanjing Normal University and Nanjing University. I don't have much knowledge about these schools. Yes, Nanjing Normal University and Nanjing University. I don't have much knowledge. So maybe you can just Google them, Nanjing Normal University and then Nanjing University. You can just check them out quickly. Then another university, that'll be the last university I'll talk about. That is Jona University of Economics and Law, my own university. So in my own university, you are not required to pay application fee, neither are you required to look for a professor. Now, one thing you should understand, and I tell a lot of people, but you see, when I advise you and you don't take it, I'll just leave you. So a lot of times I advise people, they'll be like, oh, BJ, I feel that I'll just leave you to take your decision. After all, I will not take the decision for you. My main goal is to assist you. So I'll just make the recommendation. But if you do not understand, I'll just leave you. So people will go and then come back and be like, oh, BJ, he said it. Then by then, applications are almost getting closed. Yes. So you have to wait again. A lot of times, these things happen. Now, what you have to understand is that these schools have specific requirements. We cannot necessarily jam the requirements. So that's what I'm saying, that if you want to apply, let's just make sure that our application documents are very set. I'm not really feeling well, but I'm just recording this video. I'm not well at all, but I'm recording this video. So what you have to understand is that they all have requirements and we cannot jump the requirements. And all of us here, we do not do magic. I cannot necessarily go to a professor to influence the decision. No. Some people will say, "Ebije, but you are in China, why don't you go to the office and speak on our behalf?" I cannot influence the system. No, I don't have that power. What I do is that I will advise you per the experience I've had before. I'm not a repository of knowledge for Chinese study in China. I'm just here to assist based on the previous knowledge because I started applying to China, looking for opportunity in China from 2017. It started 2018, but 2016, but 2016 somebody was helping. But 2017, 2018, 2019, I took charge over my own application. And so that knowledge I have gathered so far, and then previously how I've assisted people to apply. Yes, now all those who have gotten the interview messages to attend the interview, some are having it today, some are having it tomorrow, some are having it next week. Congratulations. And I'm not saying that you are better than any of the others. When such opportunities come, these are favors. Just do your best in the interview. And then, but let me quickly add the documents that you need. So you need your medical insurance, you need your transcript, you need your certificate, you need 2 recommendation letters, which is supposed to be from a professor or an associate professor. I'm not making these things up. It's the system. You need your study plan, you need the police clearance, you need medical, you need your CV. A new thing that is coming up. A lot of schools will ask you to make a 2-minute video to introduce yourself. These are what the schools require for you to apply. And I cannot ask you, okay, or if you don't have the CV, then it's okay, then let's apply. No, if I do that, I'm not helping you. So I'll meet you in the next one to explain more things to you. Zai Jane, and it's bye-bye.